If the landlord doesn't pay bills, he'll have to go today.
What happens when you get into debt?
You have to do something for me, darling, because it's your fault.
And you can't.
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
Or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Evil! You have to turn to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Hello?
In dramatic situations.
You want to sound like a big man? Leave it. Talk to me. Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
I don't know where I'm going to stay for the night.
And their possessions.
The desks are going. Everything.
It's okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement.
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
According to a new survey, rising house prices have led to a record number of landlords evicting their tenants in order to sell their properties. The number of tenants losing their homes rose by nearly 40% in the last 12 months.
Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles across the country, collecting debts and repossessing properties.
No, I've actually drove an Arctic up here once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knocked about 19 wing mirrors off.
Today, they're in Ponders End, North London. They have a writ instructing them to evict a mother of two from her rented house.
Looks like a straightforward writ of possession. There's not really any money on the job, just costs. You're looking for 46, where those gentlemen are standing.
The landlord is selling the property. He's been asking the tenant to leave for over a year, but despite being given a county court judgment, she's still there. The case has now gone to the High Court, and the tenant must leave today. The landlord has also arrived.
At the landlord.
All right, yeah. Can you just make yourself scarce for 10 minutes?
Someone up there. Curtain's just moved.
Excuse me.
Could you open the door, please?
What?
We're from the High Court. We have an eviction order.
Dad?
We're from the High Court. We have an eviction order.
What? I'm not feeling well.
I'm sorry.
I didn't receive a letter.
We've got the letter to give you here.
No. I'm just calling the people. You know, you the man. I'm just calling and say to them.
If you don't open the door, we will break in.
Wait.
She's coming down, Steve. No serious misconception about High Court enforcement is, do we have the right to do this without giving them any notice? And the answer to that, quite simply, is that we don't give them notice on the day, but they've had 6 months' previous notice from other courts.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're High Court enforcement agents. We have a writ here.
I didn't receive because I'm in the hospital.
You see this?
No, I didn't see this.
Okay, this is for you. Okay. What the situation is now is you have an hour to pack your personal effects, and then you can make an arrangement with the landlord to come back and collect the rest of your property. With this, you take this to the council. Okay, sure. This is the writ.
I'm in the hospital. I'm not feeling well. Let me show you the paper. I'm in the hospital.
No, I'm sorry, can I interrupt there? None of this will make any difference. You have to leave today. You've got an hour to get your personal belongings together, and then you can make an arrangement with the landlord. If you get down the council office straight away, because you've got children, they'll give you emergency accommodation.
Oh.
The landlord's here, and he wants you to move out, and he's got a court order.
No. The landlord didn't say to me like this.
What's the landlord's name?
The landlord didn't say to me like this.
Mr. Daly is the landlord.
No.
I'll just go and have a word with the landlord.
Miss Malmiche denies receiving notice. So Paul speaks to the landlord, who's waiting outside.
I've given her a year's notice, like, you know, and it's just, I don't want to.
So you've been actually suffering this for a year now?
Yeah. Cost me over £2,000.
Over £2,000?
Yeah.
The tenant has 1 hour to pack her essentials and leave. But instead, she's on the phone to her letting agency.
I'm calling the agency.
Please do.
Hello, darling. You know the court is coming to close the door here. Hold on, let me speak. Let me pass you.
Calm down.
I can't come down because I don't know where I'm sleeping with my kid, you know.
Hello there. Who am I speaking to? Well, you're the agent, so you know what the process is that's happening here. The tenant was obviously told to leave by the county court. That date has
But
gone.
you want to send me the letter
That date-
to tell me the date to move it, but I didn't.
There is no letter sent.
But where is no letter sent?
We're from the High Court, not from the County Court.
You are from
There
the
is-
High Court.
there is no
But you want to,
procedure.
because I've got kids, you want to provide, you want to move this one.
The council will do that for you.
No.
Well, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be done.
Put your shoes, darling. Put your shoes.
People are confronted by a life-changing situation when we knock on the door, so they react as they feel fit. Their ultimate objective is to create so much fuss that we will back down and withdraw. It's just never going to happen.
30 minutes after the agents arrived, Miss Malmiche is still arguing with her letting agent.
No, Carly, you want to do something for me, Carly, because it's your fault. Hey, come here, please. Carly, please, I'm not shouting here. Don't shouting to me, to you too. If something has happened to me, you and my landlord are gonna sue you. Carly, why you hang up the phone?
Okay. Could you get some stuff together? You need identification for the council, any medication you need, phone charges, things you'll need for a few days, clothes for you and the children.
No, give me just 3 hours.
No, won't happen. Won't happen. Can't happen. We have to be somewhere else.
Miss Malmiche finally seems to have got the message and starts to pack.
Well, hopefully you'll get a new home today. So if you go to school and you have a new home, you won't know where it is, will you? So it's best to be with Mum today, get some clothes together, like you're going on a small holiday, and help Mummy. That's all I can say. This is not necessary. They knew ages ago that, she knew ages ago that she would have to move. Then she should have started to get things into order until the day when the young lad wants to go to school, and he can't, because if he comes home, he'll have no home, he'll have nowhere to go.
The hour is up, but Miss Malmiche isn't ready to leave. Obstructing the writ is a criminal offence.
People just make clothes, yeah? No, because when you call me, I will sleep.
Yeah, I understand it. We understand it, okay?
Let's just call in the police on this one.
Yeah, so can I. Thought that a minute ago.
Are you ready to go?
No, I'm talking.
No,
because,
please. No,
excuse
wait.
Me, when you come
Can
here,
I explain this?
Yeah, when you come here, you see me
in
to
half
sleeping.
an hour,
No,
I'm going to lock the door.
Please, you see me to sleeping, you know? I'm sleeping when we sleep. Yeah, I know, because I've got kids. You
In
didn't
half an
call
hour.
me. You
I don't
just told
care.
me.
There's no provision
Please, don't be
for
rude
it.
to me, yeah? Please.
You're shouting at me.
No, I'm not
Don't
shouting.
shout. Come
No,
right
I'm
down. No,
speaking.
come right
No,
down.
look there.
You're raising your voice and you're offending my ears.
Because it makes me angry.
It's a standoff. If Miss Malmiche refuses to leave, a simple repossession could end in arrest.
Sorry, you're wasting time.
I'm not wasting my time, darling. Because you saw me, I'm sleeping. Because and he was in the hospital. I showed them the paper, look. I was in the hospital.
I'm sorry, just making a
Yeah,
difference.
because if something's happened to me, you know.
Do you want us to call an ambulance now?
Paul's patience is running out.
Would you like to get some fresh air?
No, it's just an abuse, isn't it? The landlord's been trying for a year to get his property back. Yes, the rent's been paid, but he still wanted to get the property back. And he's come back 4 times from Ireland, and he's faced this every time he's come back. I'm sorry, I'm the most patient man in the world after you, but I'm sorry, my patience wears a bit thin when you're being shouted at aggressively, and she didn't even stop when I raised my voice. So that proves that doesn't work, doesn't it? Yeah.
The tenant's mother has arrived to help. To hurry things up, Steve decides to lend a hand.
What are you doing? What you want this?
No, because we go Africa tomorrow.
They're heavy. Oh. It's not a good day, okay? We accept that. But we try to make it as easy as possible. Huh?
She's looking for a sign of weakness. Today's sign of weakness is that Steve is apparently compliant and listening and explaining quietly to her. I've jumped over that phase. She's not going to listen anyway. She's wasting our time. We need to be at the next job.
With 2 young children, Steve wants Miss Malmiche to ask the council for emergency accommodation.
Tell the council that the house is sold and you need help to move.
But the housing is going to say, where's the letter? The letter to advancement.
You've got that letter. I've given you that letter
No, you
already.
didn't give me no.
Yeah, I did. I have 2 of these.
No.
This is the one.
Maybe it's the best.
Yeah,
You
you.
didn't give me, just show me. You didn't give me.
No, I give it to you. Honest. Honest, I did.
No, you just show me. You didn't give me.
Okay, this is my copy. Do not lose this. Without this, you will get no help.
Changed my name for a long time. My name is not Fiona. It's Laini Kawa.
But this is the property. This is the address.
In my passport, I don't have this name.
So where is your name that you changed to this name? You need paperwork for that.
Sorry, Steve, can I just stop there? It's immaterial. It's not our problem, it's the council's problem.
Yeah, you're going to explain to me, but why are you so good like this? You know,
because I've got other things to do.
He's trying to help me, you know, he's trying to help me. You're going to explain to me the situation. Because I don't know, but why you...
He is explaining to you, but you're trying
because I don't know, I'll try to explain to you.
Okay,
you know
what I'm saying is...
You're so good, you know.
What I'm saying is, this is what you need.
It's been over an hour since the agents arrived, but Miss Malmiche is in no hurry to leave.
It's all right, I've had to come out there. We're just going into stage 3. I've changed my name. This isn't the name on my passport. This changes everything. All complete and utter rubbish. Doesn't want to talk to me. It's my turn to be Mr. Nasty. But it is. I am Mr. Nasty today.
But Steve's calm approach pays off. The family are finally ready to leave.
OK, let's go. Don't leave the baby. Please do not leave the baby.
The house is now empty. Then, Miss Malmiche spots her landlord.
You know this fucking house, you didn't fix nothing to your house. A very, very bad condition.
It's done.
And you
It's
did
locked.
nothing. And I'm calling you tomorrow for my thing. Don't travel before I get my stuff. On Tuesday or Monday.
Well, the quicker I doubt the better, because I need to tidy the house up, like, you know.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, I don't care.
Because you want to...
Whatever you do, do not leave the door open.
Oh, yeah.
Till they're gone. Okay. Okay, what I've said, best thing for you two do is go and get some breakfast.
Yeah.
Get them out of the face. And then if you want to come back in 10 minutes to have a look, make sure they're gone.
Yeah, no problem. OK. Thanks, then.
Miss Malmiche and her 3 children are now homeless. It will be up to the council to give them a bed for the night.
The reality here is they'll be put into hostel accommodation and they might still be in hostel accommodation for a year.
Recent reports show that Britain's economy is on the up, but the number of people in debt is still rising. Figures suggest that single parents are the worst hit, with their average debts almost doubling in the last 12 months.
"6:30 p.m. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are travelling to Ashford in Kent to execute a writ for over £5,000.
So what do you reckon they're going to be here, Kev?
Of course they are, mate. It's that time of night, mate. They're just sitting down at their dinner.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. You got £5 grand.
The debt is owed by Janice Lomas to a former landlord. If she can't or won't pay, the agents have the right to seize goods to offset the debt.
Hello, my dear. Looking for Janice?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that you?
No, that's my daughter.
Oh, could I have a word with her?
Janice! I've opened it. Why? Can you tell me why?
Yeah, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. It's about a High Court writ against Janice.
She's just got out of the bath. Can you tell me I'm her mum?
Can I just come and talk to her? Is that all right?
Come in.
I'll come in on my own. Is that OK? It's regarding a High Court writ, Janice. For 1A Christchurch Road. Is that where you used to live? Yeah. Yeah, that's where the writ was issued at, and we're here at this address to enforce it. Right, okay, you can come in. OK, thank you. Yeah, no problem at all. Right, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, of course, no problem at all. I'll tell you how much it is, and it might, it's £5,351.50.
Jesus Christ, it's going daily, yeah?
Yeah, it was originally £3,702.70.
Janice's former landlord claims she left thousands of pounds worth of damages when she vacated his property. But she disagrees.
I contested for maintenance and repairs to the building, and I had my photos on my phone.
Yep.
To that absolute crock.
Okay.
Because the maintenance and repairs wasn't needed.
Yeah.
There is no way you're having the rest of that money out of me. The house was goddamn spotless and I took pictures.
Right, this is how you left it, yeah?
That's how we left
That's
it.
it, that's the day, there's the photos if you look at the date I was evicted.
Yeah.
And that's how we left it.
Some tenants that we deal with have difficult times with their landlords getting their deposit back. Issues, you know, regarding that, and the tenant gets upset, the landlord gets upset. But I'm not there to judge that situation. That's what the law, you know, the law's for and the courts are for.
Despite Janice's claim that the house was left in good condition, the debt must be paid today.
Is there anybody that can help you pay this?
No.
No. Is there anyone you want to give a call to see if they can try and help you towards paying it?
Who? I'm a single parent with 3 kids.
Okay.
And I look care for my pensioner of a mother.
Right. No, that's understandable. No, it's completely understandable. The only options we've got is if you can't make any payment, the High Court have instructed us to seize your goods. Which I don't really want to go down that route. I'd rather get this resolved. But
Take what?
I don't know. I don't want to walk. To be honest with you, I don't want to walk around your house and start going through your stuff, doing a list of goods. I'd rather get it just resolved without having to do any of that sort of action.
The prospect of removing goods often prompts repayment.
Kev?
Do you want to come in?
Yeah.
Brian joins Kevin in the house.
Madam, does she own a car?
If she hasn't got that, she can't work.
Take
mine if you want to take it. No, you're not taking mine. Yours is worth one. Mine's out banger and it can go take one. No, they can't.
Listen. If you want to do that, we'll do it. It's up to you. Listen, let's work together and sort it out. Come on.
Don't want it. Look, you've got kiddies in it. I know.
Good luck if you can make more than 1,500 from what you can see. Fucking good luck to you.
With tensions rising, Brian tries to convince Janice's partner to get her to cooperate.
If we knew about it, because if we knew that this was coming.
Listen, we'll try and help as much as we can. All right, we won't be difficult in any way.
No,
yeah? Just work with us. Yeah. We'll treat people the right way.
The family now seem to understand the reality of the situation.
Something needs to be done now. We need to get something resolved now, and then obviously.
You've got £135. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and have a chat with your fella? Tell him he needs to come back to me with the best offer, and then I'll contact. I'll contact him. We'll get it resolved that way.
But I've got £400 in my purse. Can you take cash?
Yeah, we take cash.
I've got
At the Bank of Friends and Family, you know, it's a must, isn't it? You know, at times of difficult times in life, that's who you can rely on. Cards and cash is pulled out, and they come together, which is quite nice.
So I can't get you a grand.
If you can get a grand, that'd be a great start, mate. She's got 400 quid.
I've got 400 quid.
She's got 100 quid. It's like 1,500 quid. That might suffice for today.
Despite their efforts, the family have raised less than half the debt. Kevin calls Brian outside the house.
Hello, mate. Our partner's might be able to get someone that's got a grand over the phone. The mother's got £400 cash. The lady here's got £100 in her bank. It's £1,500 she can do now, and then a payment plan if possible.
Can they do 2,000, then we'll set up a deal?
I'll speak to them if you want. They'll settle at 2, and then...
Chance.
No.
Start counting.
Yeah.
I ain't got a fucking hope in hell.
Okay.
I'm a single parent mother. Where do you generate 10 grand? I barely pay my own rent.
Yeah.
I work full time. Not hope in hell. Tell them to start making the list.
Hello, mate.
She says can't do 1,500.
It's now clear the family have pushed themselves to the limit, so Brian goes back into the house to make a deal.
Let's get the 15 today, fantastic, yeah? Let's get a date for the other 500, then we set the arrangement. Nothing's going to be taken, is it? Let's work it out, let's get the paperwork done.
Yeah, no problem, I'll do it there. Do you know if I count it, madam? Is that okay? Yep.
Yeah, I guess you can't count, I'd count it. Can I have
Yeah.
some
Of course you can.
Yeah, go. 20, 40, 60, 80.
Yeah, 68. Give you our personal numbers and that so you can keep in contact with us.
Yeah, I mean, they clearly haven't got it. It's the only option we've got at the moment. So yeah, we're happy to take. I mean, you've got to remember, 1,500 quid is a lot of money to find at this time of the evening, and at once.
After nearly an hour in the house, the mood begins to lighten.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're just doing a job. They could have been really shirty about it, because they found themselves faced with me going, well, it is what it is. You don't get blood out of a stone. Let's make a list, get your pen and paper. And they were really, really nice, bless them, both of them.
It was a lovely table. Keep your table. You need your family dinners.
She was a character, you know.
To be honest, she played it the right way. I mean, I wish more people would just invite us in, sit down, discuss it, come to a resolution. We're only hard when we have to be hard.
They're doing a job, aren't they? I tried to give them my car. Don't want it. He really didn't want my car. I don't blame him. I don't want it either.
Recent figures show that home ownership is at an all-time low, and the number of households renting privately has doubled in the last decade. But according to a leading housing charity, being evicted from private accommodation is now the main cause of homelessness.
It's 8:30 a.m. Paul Bowhill and Phil Short are on their way to Ilford, Essex, with a High Court writ to evict a tenant, Mr. Egby.
Well, it's a straightforward writ of possession. Yep. There's only the court costs on it, so they're uncollectible.
That's it, there's no history, there's no...
They're all straightforward till they go wrong.
Yeah.
Mr. Egby has come to the end of his tenancy, and the landlord wants his house back.
You're the landlord?
The agent, Chad.
Yeah, OK.
The letting agent has been trying to get the tenant out for months. He's here to make sure it happens today. No one appears to be in, but the writ allows the agent to enter the house by force if necessary.
We're looking for the twitching curtain or some sign that there is somebody in there. So we're always on edge that there might be somebody in there.
Oh, so yes, please.
Thank you. Hello? Hello, is there anybody in?
Hello?
It's the first time the letting agent has seen the house since the tenant moved in.
How long have they been here?
3 years, I think.
3 years.
I'll show you the pictures. What was the kitchen before?
Just a mess, isn't it?
See, he destroyed the properties. Who's going to pay for it? He's not going to pay for it. I need to take him to another court.
It's just an absolute mess, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. Look at the right.
I mean, like food all over the floor. Careful you don't slip on that.
Hello?
Paul and Phil search the house for signs of the tenant.
Anybody here?
Appears not.
But then Phil makes an important discovery.
Someone left in a hurry.
Yeah, this is still warm. Have a look in the wardrobe. Still here. We do develop an instinct as to whether there's somebody in the property. I was trained to do it many, many years ago. I could walk into a house and either sense or smell that they are actually living there. Shithole.
After a thorough search, the tenant still can't be found.
I think he's scarpered out the back, because it's quite easy access to the main road, just through a gap in the fence. Go over there and over the fence and he's gone. But who leaves that open when they go out?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm just going to have a look through his stuff, see if there's anything there that's give us a clue.
Paul goes into detective mode to find out more about the missing tenant.
There's lots of different, there's loads and loads of posts here with different people's names on it, unopened. And he's run away, that's the curiosity. What's he run away for?
Seconds later, the letting agent receives an unexpected phone call.
Mr. Paul? Yeah? Your tenant on the line? Mr. Paul?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my neighbors have just informed me that you're at my house. I got a letter from Rumford County Court bailiffs that they're coming on the 1st, so I was intending to move out before then.
Yeah,
but I didn't get any notification that you were coming today.
Yeah, we're from the High Court, not from the County Court, and we don't have to tell you that we're coming. The reality is that you should have been gone from here probably 2 months ago. But how far away are you?
About 15 minutes away.
What I'd suggest you do is the landlord will be here. If he chooses, he'll allow you back in to get your personal belongings. Can you do that?
Let me have a word with him.
Yes, Solomon?
Yeah, hello, son.
Yeah, we are going to change the lock. If you're coming here in 15 minutes, I may request Mr. Paul to wait.
Okay.
Not more than that, yeah, please. Thank you.
Paul wants to know more about the mysterious tenant.
What does he do for a living? Does he work?
No idea. He said he's working, but I don't think so.
Well, he's kept the rent up today.
He's paying the money.
How much is the rent?
$13.50.
Okay, it's a big house, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a big house, yeah.
15 minutes later, the agent's phone rings again.
We're not going to make it in 15 minutes.
Obviously, I wasn't expecting you this morning, so because of this traffic, I don't know, but I'll be there definitely within the hour.
No, sorry, I can't wait hours here.
Just tell him to get his arse here.
You want that?
What I'm trying to say is you were in the property when we arrived here and you ran out of the back door. You can't be far away. I would like you to come back here immediately so that I can see you. That's all I need to do.
No, I wasn't in the property. No, I have somebody living with me.
All right.
So probably he was the one you saw.
All right. Yeah, but what's stopping you getting back here now? Where are you exactly?
It's just the traffic. I have to...
No, where are you? Where are you?
I'm coming from the southeast. I'm coming through the Road High Tunnel. My morning is already challenged.
Okay.
Just tell it to get here.
Yeah,
Get
come.
it, we'll wait.
You said 10 o'clock, yeah? Okay.
The tenant is evasive, but the letting agent has a hunch.
He's not coming.
No, I don't.
Of course he won't.
Maybe he's here, he's watching us.
Yes, yeah.
He's watching us.
I've got to go, right, that's right. Well, we'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll stop at the end of the road there for 10 minutes, then
Okay.
we'll come back.
Okay.
I'll just get them together. So we feel the guy's watching us, and he doesn't like the idea of us being here when he comes back. So we're going to drive down the road, wait for 5-10 minutes, and come back. His bed was warm, his computer was on. He'd run out through the back door. He hadn't got time to pack anything, so inevitably he was going to come back. So we just add these components together and assume that he will be back as soon as he thinks we've gone. It just firms up our resolve. We weren't going to give in. And if it involved a little bit of subterfuge, going and hiding around the corner till he reappeared, so be it. My day is already ruined, he said. Where do they get the front? How long have you been here? We'll give it 5 more minutes. Hello? Sorry? Yeah, he's here. All right, thank you. Cheers. Well, that worked, didn't it? Good old landlord. It was his idea.
Paul and Phil immediately return to the property.
He's in the house.
Paul wants to talk to Mr. Egby before he disappears again.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
Mr. Egby. My name is Paul Bowhill. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We just repossessed the property. There's a copy of the writ. That's my telephone number at the bottom. Do you understand the situation now, that you have to liaise with the landlord to actually get the rest of your stuff out?
Yes, I do.
What are you taking? You're just taking what you need now. How long will you be?
Sorry?
How long will you be?
As you can imagine, I wasn't expecting this morning. I didn't receive
I'm
any
sorry, can I
notification.
just disagree with you? This has been going on since last August. You weren't expecting it this morning because it should have happened months ago.
Well, I'm just trying to make the best of what I can do at the moment. All right?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, just excuse me.
Yes, certainly.
Paul and Phil wait outside while the letting agent talks to Mr. Egby.
So I need to re-rent the house as soon as possible. So you need to remove the stuff ASAP. You try your best. We try our best. So the end of the day, yeah. Look at the status of the house. When you moved in the first time, look at the inventory.
Sorry.
How the property was. Look at the status of the property.
Please, if you don't mind, just give me a few
Yeah, okay,
minutes,
no worry,
please.
no worry.
Please.
No, it's really frustrating me. You know why? The way I did the
Just hold on, please,
Okay.
please. Because I don't want to be calling you in another 5 minutes.
Okay, all right, that's fine. No worry. Carry
So
on.
if you don't mind, please, just excuse me.
The house is repossessed. It's not your property.
I understand
It
that.
belongs to him, and they have
All right.
authority from him
Can
to
I
be
go
here.
through, please? Oh, there you. Yeah.
After stalling,
Sorry.
Mr. Egby suddenly
Is
leaves.
there any way
Is he done now?
that...
Well, just lock him out. Tell him 5 minutes, we're going. Locking the door.
Without making any arrangements to collect his stuff, the tenant just walks away.
He's talking on the phone. So we must be leaving now. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
He's absolutely taking the mickey. Just lock up.
Yeah,
We'll go.
I know.
Paul and Phil have repossessed the property, but it's not over yet for the agent.
So this is another stress because he's left everything there. I'll feel better once the house is rebuilt. It's going to cost me another 10 grand, which is for no reason.
New reports show late payment of invoices is the major reason why 1 in 5 small businesses go bankrupt. In 2014, there were nearly 28,000 county court judgments made against businesses in England and Wales.
High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are on their way to New Malden, Surrey. the team have come to recover a large debt from Richard Baker, the owner of a bespoke furniture business.
Quite a lot of money, this one. This is for £11,403.64. From what the website looks like, they look like quite a respectable company, so hopefully they won't. Well, this one's going to be quite difficult. Richard Baker Furniture. There you go. Oh, it's nice stuff, isn't it? The kitchens, wardrobes, a lot. Well, then wardrobes might be worth £2 grand.
The writ empowers the agents to seize goods if Richard Baker Furniture Limited won't pay.
Hello, sir. We're here to see Richard Baker Furniture Limited.
OK, Richard's actually not here at the moment.
Would you mind giving me a call, please? I'm in possession of a High Court writ.
Right, OK. I'm going to shut the door.
We're going to come in. It's commercial premises. We can force our way in if we need to.
Right, I'm not sure you actually can you legally?
Yeah, we can, sir. Here's my ID.
It's High Court. We're not bailiffs, we're High Court enforcement agents. We can get into the locksmith or force entry, but we'd rather not do that.
I'd rather just come in and just get it dealt with.
Right, OK. Well, I'm not willing to let you force your way in, I'm afraid. If that's the case, then I'm afraid you have to get the police down here.
Well, you can get the police, we won't.
All right, well, I'm not going to do that with your...
I'm going to ask you to keep your foot there.
Yep.
And you can call the police.
I'm not going to move from here, sir.
Obstructing the High Court enforcement agents is a criminal offence.
I would rather wait for the police. No accusations can be made. I don't want the gentleman to get hurt in any way. So it's more preventative measures that we put in place. We'll sort it out.
The employee calls the police.
Got his foot in the door. Could you send officers to the address? OK, thanks so much.
If you're not sure, the best thing you can do is call the police, obviously. Yeah. That's fine. We've got no problem with that at all, sir.
Is there any chance you could get hold of Richard? Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Brilliant.
But Richard, the owner, isn't picking up his phone. A few minutes later, the police arrive.
Police are here.
Hello. How are you? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. It's my colleague Kevin. Here with the High Court writ. That's all the powers of entry, everything's in there. Commercial property, we can force entry if we need to. If it's residential, we can't. So that's why it's called the police, and we haven't got a problem with that. That's cool. No problem. No worries. That's right. Cheers.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Is there a we come in and have a chat?
Yeah, obviously I don't want to...
He can stay at the doorway.
We'll let him speak to him, sort the formalities, and then we'll go in. Kevin, when he's happy, with the police happy with him, then just walk in, mate.
But after a few more minutes, Kevin has had enough.
I'm not going to stand here all day, so are we happy that I can come in now? You can either let me know I'm going to come in. Let me know I'm coming in. Let me know I'm coming in. Fine. Okay, I'm coming in. Okay, I'm coming in. I'm not going to stand here all day, okay?
The agents might be in, but will they be able to collect the £11,000 they came for? Finally, the owner, Richard Baker, calls.
Here, and the High Court enforcement officers are also inside. The police said that they've got every right from the documents that they've got to gain access. It's from FM Marble. It's a High Court.
Rich.
Because the company ceased trading.
OK. Let's see your documents, Rick.
The owner claims that his company, Richard Baker Furniture Limited, is no longer trading and is not liable for the debt.
It's no good. I need to see official documentation from them, please.
He only needs to see official documentation from them. They're going to go upstairs. So they're only going to take goods.
He's fine. He just didn't know where he stood, which wasn't the problem.
The police know it though as well. They're in the building, Richard.
Brian and Kevin haven't seen any evidence to suggest that Richard Baker Furniture is no longer trading. Kevin starts to investigate.
Brian, everything's in the limited company's name. I'll check them now, but there's packages that have just been delivered that are all in that name. Certificate of Employers Insurance, Richard Baker Furniture. Health and Safety Policy, Richard Baker Furniture.
I really enjoy the detective work of it, the investigating side of things. I love catching people out and getting a result at the end of it. I feel like I've worked for the payment.
For Kevin, it doesn't add up. He's convinced the business is still trading.
Is Richard on his way?
Yeah, let's get him here and sort it out, yeah? Don't worry, all right? Don't worry. We can either play ball or we can't. It's up to you.
While they wait for Richard, the team start to look around for assets they can seize if he can't or won't pay.
It's lovely stuff, isn't it?
It is really nice stuff.
These are lovely, these wardrobes, aren't they?
I can't afford it myself.
What'll that go for?
Probably looking at around about, I mean, everything's handmade.
Wow.
Just as Kevin and Brian start to think about seizing stock, the debtor, Richard Baker, arrives.
Hello, Richard. Hello. How are you? Thanks for coming.
Okay. Well, what I want to explain, I completely want to guide the company that the debt is to ceased trading 2 months ago. But I should have written to everybody.
Right.
Richard gets his accountant, Hassan, on the phone.
Hi, Hassan.
Hi.
Okay.
The situation is Richard Baker. I mean, I've been advising for the last 6 weeks, and the company is trading.
Well, the problem I've got now, I found evidence in the office here which shows basically, you know, that's not the case. We're going to continue. This needs to be paid, Richard.
We've got the evidence.
Yeah.
Richard Baker is sticking to his claim that the company on the writ is no longer in business. But then Kevin finds yet more paperwork.
Invoice. 1st of February, Richard Baker Furniture. Range Master. Thames Water Bill. 8th of January.
You don't want to play ball with us?
It's not about playing ball, it's about playing within my rights, isn't it? And being sensible. I mean, I've done everything by the book.
Well, you say that, but we haven't seen any documentation to that effect, have we?
With no proof that the company is dissolved, Brian and Kevin start to put the pressure on.
How about we take some sort of part payment then? I'm trying to work with you here. I mean, listen, I'll be happy with half of it, and then you can sort it all out tomorrow.
The company isn't actually shut down yet, which means that we can continue with action if we can establish that the assets belong to the company. One wardrobe upstairs sells for 10 grand. There's more than enough goods to satisfy the debt.
The company's valuable stock is now at risk.
Okay, sir, if you need 10 minutes, then take 10 minutes, but we're going to make arrangements so the goods removed, sir. Okay.
The team are hoping that the threat of removing goods will trigger payment. 20 minutes later, Richard calls the agents back in.
But all we can offer you can give for £4 grand on a credit card until tomorrow. We've got That's all right.
After claiming he wasn't responsible for the debt, Mr. Baker decides to pay.
He's offered us £4,000 today. Well, I'll take 4,000. It's a good result. It's 7 o'clock at night.
Mr. Baker believes he can prove that the company is not liable for the debt and can claim the money back.
He says that he can get the relevant documentation, but who knows? So we'll take it from there. A lot of companies will go bust or they can't continue to trade because of it. But no, the guy's locked him for marble in the kitchen. He's locked him for 10 grand. You know, why should he get away with that? Let's not forget about the claimants.
Result. James paid it.
Next time, Stuart and Vic meet a family in crisis.
It was a big shock when we walked in and it was a little boy on a life support machine.
As they face a heartbreaking eviction.
You can't meet a little lad like that and not be affected.
Brian and Dell turn detective.
Let us cut the nonsense.
And dig deep to get to the truth.
The goods are his. Don't trust anything he says.
Britain's best-loved High Court enforcement agents are back. And in a Can't Pay special,
Standing like a big man.
we see them pushed to their limits.
You can tear my family apart.
As they meet families in crisis, whose lives are being turned upside down.
Somebody's gonna get hurt. Either me or you lot.
From parents losing their homes.
You know you had rights.
Right.
Yeah? No, don't just me.
To sons desperate to hold on to their family's prized possessions.
What's he doing in the house? Stop it.
To relationships at breaking point.
Look, at the end of the day, you'll pay me back. I know that.
We see the agents tackle some of the most emotionally challenging jobs of their careers.
I will punch you clean through that window.
Because if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
Look, I don't give blood up.
A third of UK landlords have experienced rent arrears in the last year. In total, they're owed over £900 million. And 1 in 3 landlords worry their tenants will struggle with payments in the next year. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, collecting debts, seizing goods and repossessing homes. Today they're in Rugby, Warwickshire, to evict a tenant, Candice Mills.
She owes over £6,000 worth of rent. How can you get away with paying not £6,000 worth of rent?
Unbelievable, eh?
But the agents aren't here to collect the £6,000 worth of arrears. Their job is to get Candice out. Today.
When we do go to evictions, it's the worst day in most people's lives, and it can turn families upside down. The emotions run high. Where are they going to go? How are they going to deal with the situation? Which is understandable, because people don't want to lose their home. It's people's lives.
But this job isn't going to be straightforward.
Hello there, sir. Have you got the locksmith? Brilliant, okay.
Landlord James McHugh is already at the property.
From day one, basically, she was falling behind with her rent and not paying rent when it was due, and coming up with various excuses why she couldn't pay or wouldn't pay.
Candice would have received notice of the eviction from the county court, but the High Court agents are here today without warning. The writ allows the agents to enter the property through an open door at any time.
Hello? High Court enforcement.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, High Court enforcement.
Candice doesn't seem to be in.
Hello there, sir.
But then a man appears from upstairs.
High Court enforcement agents, we got a writ to take over the property.
Do you know the tenant?
I'm not the tenant.
No, see, do you know the tenant?
I do know the tenant.
Right, well, I don't have a contact details.
I'll give you the number.
Yeah, right, you can do that.
That's fine.
The man is Candice's ex-partner.
I'll give her a quick ring now. Hello, is that Candice? Candice, hello, my name's Miss McCracken, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I've been sent on behalf of the landlord to execute a writ of possession, i.e. take over the property.
Well, I'm not actually at the house now, and I have no sort of, nothing to say that that's going to happen.
But we're here now to change a lot. How long will you be?
I'll be about 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
I can only imagine rent, sir. I can only imagine rent. We'll give you an hour.
Minutes later, Candice arrives.
Sorry, I'm on the phone to the police.
Are you Candice?
Yeah, I am Candice. Sorry, I've got a phone call to say these people are coming to change locks in my house.
High Court enforcement agents.
High Court informant agents.
High Court.
Yeah, I've had no notice. I spoke to James on Monday.
You wouldn't give notice if it's High Court.
Well, I've had nothing. Just please. Go on, sorry.
You would have had a notice of eviction.
Nothing has come. No, listen. Watch this. Just shut up! I'm on the phone to the police. Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not signed.
It's not signed.
Of course it is. It's got a stamp on it.
There's no actual signature.
That stamp there is a signature, sir. When the defendant doesn't understand the situation, we need to make it clear to them the most important bits of the writ and what we are here to do, and this is what's going to happen. Because the last thing we want to do is evict somebody and they don't know what the next step is.
Candice is still on the phone to the police.
I can't hear anything.
4 times a day, every day. You know, we've heard it before. It's got a stamp on it.
Sorry, I am
the clock is ticking.
I've got
5+1. I know. You know.
Can you shut up?
I'm giving you the time.
Yeah, can you shut up, please?
Right, if you hang on. Right, hang on. If you're having a conversation, hang on, 1 second. Right, if you're having a conversation, go upstairs.
Go on. No, I'm not going to say
Right, fine.
This landlord is known for doing this.
Right, okay. We don't get involved with that. Okay, we're simply here.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. You're here to do your job, and I appreciate that.
I understand that.
We're simply here to take over the property. Simple as that.
Do you know, I'm annoyed because I've got 4 children. I don't know. I've just come back from an interview, yeah. I don't know what the hell, where the hell this is going. Candice, I don't know what I do. Where do I go?
I can explain it to you if you give me opportunity.
When we go into an eviction, there is that fear that it could turn into a violent situation. We have to keep the peace in effect to try and resolve the situation as quickly and as effectively as possible.
The police confirm that the eviction is legal. Because Candice has 4 children, Vic needs to calm her down and explain what she must do next.
Right. This document, you need to take that to the housing department or your local council, all right? Because you've got children,
We can put you into emergency.
they will put you up in emergency accommodation.
Candice says she didn't know her landlord wanted to evict her, so Stuart heads out to speak to him.
How long has she been paying rent for?
When did she stop paying?
Yeah.
Well, basically for a year now. But the council pays 75%, but because there's been arrears and obviously the 25% fees.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a look on the rate, it's about £6.5 at the moment. It's like, I couldn't afford to keep it for that long. You know what I mean? You can't be giving houses away for free. You know what I mean? We've all got bills to pay, you know.
Well, it's got a different excuse every week.
Yeah.
But Candice has a very different version of events.
I hate that man out there, I swear to God.
Oh, was you out there?
Yeah, he's out there. Yeah, he's out there.
I thought it would be small, but no point. Yeah,
They have records of him doing this to me before. He's getting his bread.
What did
I've had nothing from him to say anything.
We're out of the house, yeah? Let's just go and get our stuff.
Yeah.
He's an absolute knob.
Right.
This is what he does. He's known for doing this.
Then Candice decides to confront James the landlord.
You look you.
Listen, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you, you wanker? You know exactly. But you've had, you know, you've had rent from me. You know you've had rent from me. No, you know you've had rent from me. Don't fucking lie.
Hang on,
you are so fucking lucky. You know you've had rent. Yeah? No, don't touch me. You know you've had rent from me. This is what you do.
At the end of the day, I'll phone the police and I'll go on
Hello?
public order around.
I don't care, public order.
What started as a simple repossession has begun to turn nasty. Stuart and Vic need to act quickly to keep this eviction on track. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Rugby, Warwickshire, carrying out an eviction at a family home.
Sorry, I'm on the phone to the police. Hello?
The tenant, Candice Mills, a mother of 4, was nearly £7,000 in arrears, but she claimed she'd been paying her rent.
They have records of him doing this to me before. He's getting his bread.
And when Candice spotted the landlord outside, tempers reached boiling point.
How fucking dare you, you wanker?
Now, whatever the rights or wrongs of the dispute, the agents need to get Candice to leave the property.
Okay, it's 1:15. At 2:15, we will be closing the doors, so you've got half an hour.
I'm just going. I just want out. I don't.
We take a photo of everything in the house, we do an inventory, okay, we keep that secure, then you need to arrange to come back in the next 7 days to get, like, hire a van and get your stuff.
That's fine.
But everything's safe, alright, so don't worry about that.
Brilliant.
But from what you've told me, maybe it's the best thing that you move on. In the nicest way, you know what I mean?
Shut up, Eddie!
While Candice finishes packing, the agents take an inventory of goods in the house. But they're in for a shock.
My God. Oh my God, this is horrendous. State of this place. When we go to properties and you see that they've been mistreated and are in a right state, I just find it absurd that people would do that to something that doesn't belong to them, especially when you haven't been paying the rent. It just makes me think that the tenant hasn't got any respect, and it's a shame.
Candice's time to pack her essential belongings is almost up. But she's concerned about whether the landlord will let her back in to pick up the rest of the family's possessions.
Well, there's on a notice there, you've got our contact number. Give us a ring and then we can come back. All right? We can come back and let you back in and get all that sorted, all right? So that's not an issue.
I just want out.
Go on, you got it.
The eviction is now complete. Candice doesn't know where she and her family will sleep tonight.
I'm homeless. Me and my 4 children are homeless. When I leave here, I'm going to go to the council to get emergency accommodation. So, yeah. That's what I've got to do with my 2 dogs.
But Candice has some final words for her landlord.
You're wicked, you're an evil man. You're an evil, dirty man. And this is why people should never rent privately rented. So they get dodgy landlords like James McHugh.
Now Candice has left, it's the landlord's first chance to see inside the house.
I was half expecting things to be bad. You know. I mean, the main thing in the kitchen is the cooker. You know, the door was missing. The whole house is going to have to be recarpeted. And, you know, so it's going to be a bit of a costly exercise.
It's a bit of a shame if you're losing your home, but if you don't pay your rent, then you're going to fall into that category.
I don't know where she gets from that she has paid, or she's paying a rent, or the council's paying a rent, etc., etc. If you got a High Court writ with an amount of £6,742 on it. And what happened to the rest of the carpets of the house and everything else has been destroyed?
Yeah.
Families in crisis often provide emotional and challenging circumstances for the agents, needing all their training and experience. But when father and son team Del and Dale Anglin turned up a few months ago at a family home to collect a simple debt. They had no idea that they would end up in the middle of a war zone. The agents are in Lee, south-east London, with a writ for over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
All right, Dale. What have we got? Got a Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta.
If Mr. Tarafta can't or won't pay today, the agents have the power to seize goods to the value of the debt.
Morning, man. My name's Dale Anglin, I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent. I'm looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta. Is it you, yeah? It's regarding monies owed to Ace Rental Van Limited.
Ace?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Ace.
You never heard of Ace Rental Van?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I only hired a van for 1 day.
Right, and they've taken you to court and issued a court order against yourself, and you owe them the amount of £3,507.89.
what?
I don't know what it's for.
I don't know why you got coming in without all these. I don't understand this, man.
We got a High Court writ to obviously come here to get the money off you. That's why we're here. We've been telling you to get the money.
For that.
With Bilal saying he won't pay, the agents need to look for any assets he might own, which means they need to get inside the house.
Let one of us in.
No.
I doubt they may be anxious to not inform their family of their debt because it's embarrassing. For example, Dad or Mum may have previously bailed them out of a situation, and here we are again, confronted with enforcement agents in your house over a debt that you haven't taken care of.
But then, Bilal's father appears in the hallway.
Right, sir. What I'd like to do, with your permission, sir, is to come in.
No, you can't come in my house.
One of it, well,
No, you can't come in my house.
I understand that, sir, but we want to be able to report back on
You
your...
can report whatever you like.
Okay.
You can't come in my house.
Oh, all right then, sir. Fine, okay. Who owns the vehicles on the drive? No worries, have you got the logbooks and the insurance for them?
Anybody can come in my house. Okay?
We asked, sir, we asked. Either you talk to him, try and explain, then we're obviously going to have to dig about and make inquiries on the vehicles. If he wants us to take the vehicles...
No, don't do that. Then you're going to put on my head.
Debt can cause all sorts of family baggage. You could feel the undercurrent, the tension between the son and dad. Debt does tend to reveal all these little things. You just don't know what you're going into.
Minutes later, Bilal's father comes back with his insurance documents.
That's fine, that's the... one second.
Take him and go.
He's a named driver on the Yaris, isn't he?
He's a driver only, but does he own the car?
No, I'll give you that. He's only a named driver.
Okay, go on. Can you go, please?
Please don't push me, sir.
No, get out!
Why are you driving? Please
Get
don't.
out! Go! Go!
No, hold on.
You're not the authority here.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
Pass off!
But leave it.
Go!
Please don't do
Baba,
this.
come.
Don't ever come in again in my door again.
Come on, Baba. Listen, I'm telling you, don't wait.
No, we're trying to keep it calm.
Get out from me at my
I'm not
door.
doing anything, we're just
Okay,
talking.
please.
Just get out.
Please stop shouting.
Okay?
Please stop shouting, we can get this sorted.
You are breaking the law.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'll show you why I'm not. Look.
Look, I don't give pass off. Get out of
Why
here.
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it,
Stop that. No. Let me go and get
I'm full, man.
I don't know why you want to do that. There's no need for that.
Come on, man.
Listen, I was inside. It's only when he hit that is the only reason I'm in here.
Yes, you go out from here, it's going to be violent. I'll tell you, I'll guarantee that. So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
His body language was threatening. The things he said were nasty and threatening. He's trying to be intimidating. He's trying to reassert his authority in his house, which at that point he had lost. One of the most dangerous parts of the job is actually when you do make entry, because you don't know what you're entering into. That's when you need to be at your best, and it's a fight or flight situation for them.
Okay.
You are intimidating me.
I'm going to wait for the police.
You are forcing me.
Dale tries to explain the situation to Bilal's younger brother, Abid.
He's been there and watched it. I haven't done anything to your dad.
No, you
Your dad's
forced me to it.
Your dad's the one that's hit me.
No,
I haven't
you
done
forced
anything.
me. Lying bastard, you don't.
Talking here, obviously, is just going to make everyone upset. We'll just wait for the police and we'll get it dealt with.
This is an ongoing thing with this idiot, man. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why my dad's pissed off.
Why did you take him?
Well, I had to take him.
No, you had to take him. He's
Why?
a criminal.
Who's making him a criminal?
You are. You have a right to force him to my house?
We didn't force it to us.
Yes, you have forced.
No, we didn't.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you. You called the police, let them come, and then we can deal with it. Yeah? That's cool.
With the police on their way, Abid wants his older brother to take responsibility for the debt.
Listen, fucking prick, man. If you're fucking paying the £3.5 grand, yeah? They're gonna take everything in the fucking house. Do you not fucking understand that? Idiot. It's more worse than anyone. You fucking swallow your pride and I'll swallow the fucking hole, man.
But then, Bilal's uncle decides to get involved.
Now you want fighting?
No.
Huh?
No.
You want fighting? You tell me.
No, we don't want to fight. No.
You tell me.
No.
We're fighting?
Not fighting. No.
I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready.
We're not, nothing like
Yes, then go out.
Nothing
Please
like
go
that,
out. Go.
I can't leave here, sir.
Go. You go outside.
Sir, there is no fighting.
What's going on?
I haven't moved from here. I haven't moved from here. I don't know why he's upset.
Nah, when she fight for Tony, I'm ready. I'm ready. Please.
I normally expect most things, but I wasn't expecting a 70-year-old man to ask me to fight, and that he was willing to do so. Because we're not there to fight. We're there to resolve the issue. You're never short of surprises in this job, and it just teaches you that you have to be alert at all times because you never know what may happen next.
Bilal's father reappears from downstairs.
I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing nothing. Can you just stand there? No, you need to stand there.
We're not going around the house. We're standing right here.
I'm gonna go to prison. And all of you will be happy. Oh, please stop him, man! Fucking stop him! Please stop him! Just please stop him, man! Fucking no, bro! What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Fucking no, bro! Are you stupid, man? Fuck, I'm going, bro. Papa, please, man. Fucking no, bro. Abi.
Please.
Look what you're doing, man. They're fucking right. They don't understand, bro. They're not gonna move. They're not gonna move unless they get the 3.5 grand or 4.5 grand of fucking worth of assets.
There was an undercurrent of things not right with the family. Something would be said, and then it would flare up again. When in a pressurised situation, you try to keep a balance in things. You don't want the situation to spiral out of control. And I find that keeping calm brings their behaviour down.
The agents have now been in the house for 2 hours. Abid decides to make them an offer.
Well, can I give a deposit or something of 2 grand? Because I've only got about 2 grand on me. Can I give a deposit or something? Huh? Stop fucking being long, man.
How much?
Huh?
It has to be the full amount. I know you're trying. I can see that. I'd always help you with too.
Yeah, but even if it's a small thing, it's
Hear me.
Hear
me. Listen.
Look, at the end of the day, you're paying me back, not these fucking. I know that.
Listen.
That's it. I'd rather have that. You fucking pay me back, not these fucking pricks. They're gonna take everything in the fucking sorry for you.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'll chase you up for fucking 5 years if you have to pay me back 2 grand. I'm not gonna come to your fucking yard and take your shit now, man.
Abid's offer of £2,000 isn't enough to clear the debt. But as Bilal tries to raise some more cash, the police arrive at the house.
Yeah, so we're trying to sort things out.
And his father immediately makes allegations about the agents.
This gentleman, he used his size to force me into it.
Yeah, we wasn't here present, obviously got their paper, so they weren't saying the power of entry.
It's a high court writ.
I don't like it that somebody's coming to my house.
I mean, the best thing I would say is try and be on these guys' side, try and facilitate as much as possible. It's law enforcement. So there's not much more to do, okay?
With the agent's authority established, Bilal's father makes a surprise offer of £1,500 to resolve the debt.
One was for 2,000, one was for 1,500.
Together with Abid's £2,000 payment, the debt is finally settled.
All the best. Apologies.
You got a phone number? Have you got his phone number?
Little boy.
Brother, all the
He's
best,
safe,
yeah?
You need anything? Just give us a call if you've got any queries, yeah? All right, bro.
5 hours after they first arrived, the case is finally over.
It's always exhausting to get involved in other people's emotional issues, particularly when they don't appear to be anything to do with the reason why we're there. You have to use all your skills and abilities to resolve the matter. And when you do that in a positive way, you come out feeling good about what you've achieved.
Dell and Dale contained an explosive family meltdown. But in Stuart and Vic's next case,
I've got a High Court writ here of £5,890 and 21 pence.
they meet a parent whose debt is turning her life upside down.
Someone wants to go up to your father's house and go to him.
In the last 6 months of 2015, family household debt rose by 42%. Couples with 2 or more children owe an average of nearly £19,000. Research has shown that families with children have debts totalling £4.8 billion. Stoke, Staffordshire. It's 7:30 a.m. and High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor have a writ to recover a debt of almost £6,000 owed by Angela and Hugh Lawrence in unpaid private school fees.
I was here last week, but the problem is I was there at about 9:15.
Right.
And there was no one in.
Having missed the defendants first time around, Stuart is hoping this early morning call might still find them at home. As the agents arrive at the address, Stuart spots several cars parked in the driveway.
We've got a Seat Ibiza. There's a Mini Cooper there. It's a selection of cars, isn't there?
The agents park their van so it blocks the cars from leaving.
Right, let's go.
If Hugh or Angela can't or won't pay the £6,000 they owe, Stuart and Vic have the right to seize the vehicles to cover the debt.
It's like Christmas for me when I turn up to a house and there's loads of cars on the drive, because we just got so much leverage there. One of the cars is going to belong to the defendant. Campus parking permit, so this is obviously one of the daughter's cars. Or the son. They're in, mate. Is that curtain switched? No, here we go, Vic. You got the paperwork.
Yeah. Hello, good morning. My name is Mr. Victor. I'm High Court Enforcement Agent. I'm after Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. Angela Lawrence, is that yourself?
I am Angela Lawrence.
Yeah. I've got a High Court writ here. We need to collect an outstanding balance of £5,890 and 21 pence.
Well, I'm divorced and Mr. Lawrence is not living here.
As Angela and her ex-husband are named on the writ, both are equally liable for the debt.
The High Court writ is at this address, so we're here to take control of goods today if payments are made, i.e. we will remove vehicles.
No, I'm going to an IVA at the moment.
Are you in one? Are we applying for one?
I have already in one.
Go get the documentation. We'll wait here for now.
Angela claims she has an individual voluntary arrangement, or IVA, a legal agreement which allows someone to pay off debts through a payment plan. If her claim is true, the agents may not be able to enforce the writ, but they need proof. As Angela looks for documentation in her car, Stuart and Vic make peaceful entry through the open front door.
Hello. Hi, mate, you alright?
They come face to face with Angela's son, Dino.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a bit random, don't you, man?
It's a High Court writ.
That's because your father didn't pay the school fee for the door, right? That's what it is.
That will be
for the IVA, because I rang the people. I told them about yourself, and they said they have a meeting on the 2nd of December. That's what I'm looking for to show you.
As it's going through a meeting at the moment, it won't hold any weight with regards to a High Court writ. It's not going to stop us doing what we need to do.
Angela has not been able to provide proof that she has been granted an IVA, which means the High Court writ is still active. Stuart wants to know more about this case.
We don't actually know who the claimant is. What's it actually regarding?
It's regarding a school fee that my ex-husband was meant to pay for my daughter.
Right.
Who's not been living here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can get a hold of your ex-husband and he can make a payment?
Why would you be here if he was able to...
But the fact of the matter is we're going to be removing goods unless payment's made.
Vic hopes that turning attention onto the cars outside might prompt Angela to try and raise some funds.
If we do remove the vehicles, they will sell at auction and it will go towards the debt.
Even if it's mine, like, I've got nothing to do with this.
You've got to prove it.
If I am the end of the vehicle.
Have you got receipts for it?
Do you need receipts?
You bought a car, you got an invoice for it.
Dino claims one of the cars is his, but if he can't prove he owns it, the agents could take it away to cover his mother's debt. As Dino walks back from his car, Stuart heads out to clamp it.
I've got nothing to use with parents.
Yeah, I understand, but I need to see some documentation for these vehicles. I'm not told, sir. I've explained to you that we need to see some documentation. Yeah, so we need to see some documentation for it, sir. It's very difficult when dealing with people's kids to try not to get emotionally involved, but they need to sadly understand our rights and our powers. It's a shame to think that they'll have to learn that at a young age, but that's challenges we face.
With no signs of payment, Stuart starts to seize the other vehicles in the driveway. Inside the house, tempers are escalating. Angela's brother, Sherman, steps in to try and calm Dino down.
And find the evidence. Show the guy the evidence and then go, please.
What's he doing in the house?
Stop it.
You're actually doing everything.
I don't want to swear in here.
If you're going to sort it.
Listen, I don't want to swear in here. If you want to go and swear, no, go up to your father's house and go swear at him.
Adino, go and get the receipt from the shop, please.
In situations like this where you've got two agents coming into your property, your dad has left, all of a sudden he's the man of the house, isn't he? So he's only there to try and protect his mom. Unfortunately for him, his behaviour is not doing us any favours.
It's now 8 a.m, and Dino sets off to get a duplicate receipt from the dealer where he purchased the car. Sherman starts to reason with Vic.
Your purpose today is to get some money.
Yes, sir.
Any which amount?
At the moment, the balance is 5890, so it's almost £6,000.
The most we can raise is £1,500.
It's got to be more than that, sir.
You got to check to verify that?
Yeah, I can tell you it's got to be 50%, which is £3,000. For me to convince the claimant, and you would look at about £500 a month to clear the debt in 6 months. That's why it's got to be 3,000 today.
Is there any way that could be extended beyond 6 months, please?
Have you got you got 3,000? Will it be paid on debit card? What is the realistic monthly amount? 250. I'll make a phone call.
With an offer on the table from Sherman, Vic calls the office to see if the claimant is willing to accept it.
The beef is they can pay 3,000 today, and then to clear the balance at £250 a month, then there's nothing of value except a few cars on a drive. But they're going to struggle with the 500, which I've suggested. It's Angela's brother that's going to make this £3,000 payment. All right, thanks, Ange. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Unfortunately, debt doesn't go away. Just because the family's falling apart or they go their separate ways, the debt is still there. Of course, it's an unfair situation on the partner that's there, but, life's unfair. They still have to pay the debt.
Minutes later, the office calls back.
They can't get hold of the claimant, but we will accept a payment plan. It will be £290 a month. I'm going to agree to that in principle. On behalf of the claimant, we will go after the other defendant as well.
Well, I suggest that you go see his house.
That's what we plan to do.
No. Okay, we start that.
Yeah. Angela agrees to a payment plan, but hopes the agents may be able to recover the other half of the debt from her ex-husband.
If they default on any of these payments, we can come back and have these vehicles removed. Considering what's on the driveway and how much it costs us to remove, I think we've done quite well if we can get £3,000 out of them.
We'll take the £3,000 now.
Sherman calls a family associate to help him pay the debt.
I'm going to put you into Victor, and we'll take your card details, okay?
That's the great thing with debt. It can bring your family together, and blood is thicker than water. And it just shows you how far other members of your family are prepared to go to make sure that you're all right. And it's a great thing to see. I wish every family was like that. The world would be a better place.
With half the debt settled and a payment plan in place,
no need for this to be on here any longer.
Stuart removes the clamp from Dino's car, just as Dino returns with his proof of ownership.
Yeah, no problem. We've got it sorted now. Is that the receipt, is it?
So I just walked down to get the receipt from the front.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, well, we didn't know what was going to happen, mate, I'm afraid.
I think we had a good result this morning. There wasn't anything of value in the property, really, was
No,
it?
there wasn't. It was a very good result, mate. Very good result.
Stuart and Vic got a calm result in a sensitive situation. But in cases involving families, the potential for fireworks is always there. As Stuart found out last year, when a simple eviction turned into a threatening confrontation. Morecambe, Lancashire. Stuart is with trainee Ian Taylor.
Where are we going to?
Possession order, mate. There's a Miss Katie Pointing. Yeah. And it's Meldon Road, Morecambe.
Tenant Katie has been in and out of rent arrears for 9 months. The landlord has taken the case to the High Court, and Stuart and Ian need to evict her today.
Oh, here we are.
This eviction will be like no other Stuart and Ian have ever faced.
Tell you what, a strimmer could be used around here, couldn't it?
Yeah, gardening's clearly not one of the strong points.
The landlord has given the agents the keys to the property.
Sylvan's front door, apparently.
Miss Pointing, can you come to the door, please?
The writ allows them to gain entry to the house, even if the tenant is out. So the agents decide to unlock the door.
Hello, Katie? We're High Court enforcement agents. We're here to take over the property.
It's clear this is a family home with young children.
Should we have a look? Yeah, go and have a look in.
Hello? Katie?
The house isn't empty after all.
Right, we've got a possession order to take over the property.
Tenant Katie has been hiding in her bedroom with her 3-year-old daughter and newborn baby.
You speak to the housing office, they'll be able to put you in emergency accommodation, Katie, OK? Just need to try and pack a few things. When we got into the house, we looked around and it was a normal family home. The thing with this job is you've always got to think 3 steps ahead, because it can be going really smoothly, and then the next stage, it might be something you do could just trigger it and it could become out of control.
The agents wait downstairs to give Katie time to pack. Stuart starts to disable the back door.
Just taking the lock out, so it means that if she has got another key, it can't be used. Now that we've done that, there's no way that that door can be locked now.
Don't take nothing out of this house.
Suddenly, Katie's boyfriend arrives.
We're not taking nothing.
We're not taking anything, that's right.
Well, you want to leave?
No, we're not leaving.
Hey! You're leaving.
We're not leaving.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, before she leaves, you better find her somewhere and them 2 kids to live.
That'll be
Otherwise, she's not going nowhere, mate.
She is, I'm afraid.
No, she's not.
She is.
No, she's not.
She is. So please don't dictate to me what we can come up with.
I'll do what I want.
Okay, you can do what you want, sir. Doesn't change the situation, though, does it?
Change the situation.
Sorry, who are you? Don't mind me.
Well, you want to put me out?
Sorry?
You want to put me out?
Katie's boyfriend, Martin, the father of her baby, is with her stepsister.
Try and put me out, are you?
Why?
Calm down,
the police will be called.
Why you can't... You don't
She
need to
needs
say
that to take to the council
No,
office.
listen, this is not reading, we're not reading.
There's no way
so-
you're throwing her out with a fucking baby like this. You'd
No,
rather
council have to reaccommodate.
Get
Right,
out,
yeah, exactly.
Smash it up.
I'll make a phone call and have some lads here, right? And I swear to God, what? You dickhead. You should what?
Martin,
Eh?
shut up. The kids are in here.
Yeah?
What?
Come on,
Hey,
all right,
maybe
I'll give you the first swing.
What are you on about, sir? He was pumped up, he was angry, he came steaming in like a charging bull. Someone coming in that aggressive, being in your personal space, threatening all sorts of physical violence. Who wouldn't be scared by that? You've just got to make them aware that no matter what's going to happen, you're not going to change the situation.
Come on.
Why are you being like that, sir?
Honestly, the lounge yard.
You're a dick.
Got to.
Quite easily, what'll happen is, right? If it continues,
Yeah.
phone the police,
Yeah,
you'll be taken away, sir. Simple as.
Not a problem.
So it's up to you.
Not a
Do
problem.
you really want me to do that?
Not a problem, mate.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, do you want to go outside and do it?
What do you mean outside? I'll be staying here, sir.
Well, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Ian, can you give me the phone, please? Yeah.
With the threats escalating, Stuart's only option is to call the police.
Hello there. My name is Mr McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent, and we're getting abused with threats and physical violence. We need immediate assistance, please.
The police are on their way, but the agents need to regain control of this eviction before the threats turn to real violence.
I will punch you clean through that window.
Morecambe, Lancashire. High Court enforcement agent Stuart McCracken and trainee Ian Taylor were carrying out an eviction.
Hello, Miss Pointing. Hello.
They found the tenant, Katie, and her 2 children hiding in the bedroom.
Right, we've got a possession order to take over the property.
Her boyfriend stormed into the house
Well, do I leave?
No, we're not leaving.
You dickhead. You should what?
and made serious threats.
I will punch you clean through that window.
So the agents called the police.
We're getting abused with threats and physical violence. We need immediate assistance.
Now, despite the aggressive threats, the agents must keep the eviction on track.
What?
You're not helping the matter here, are you?
Back for me. Go on, I'll even put my hands there. You big daft cock, look at you. What? What, you think you're a big gorilla? Eh?
I'm not here to pick a fight.
Pick a fight.
I'm here to do my job.
Hey, you're just a big nut cunt.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Johnny.
No. Keep steady, you mong.
When someone is being confrontational, trying to get in the way of us doing our job by using goading tactics, we've got no reason to react. And we've got the power of the High Court behind us. We're not going anywhere. We've got more right to be there than he has.
You are one ugly fat fuck.
It's our job to stay cool and calm to defuse the situation.
Despite Martin's objection to the eviction, his girlfriend Katie seems to understand that she has to leave today.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Okay.
She wants to know what will happen to her family's belongings.
How long do you get to get all your stuff done?
Basically, what you need to do, like, in the next hour, just need to pack what you need. Okay. And you need to arrange to come back just to collect, the bigger things.
With the help of her stepsister, Katie starts to pack her belongings. But Martin isn't calming down.
Listen, you're not moving out of this house. I do not give a fuck. You are not moving out. Go on, little man. Oh, that's what you call no big one. Hey, and
Martin!
Fucking laughing at me.
If you drag me out holding a newborn baby, believe me, if they arrest me, you better stand well away from me. Because I would bite your nose, you know.
I couldn't have felt more sorry for that child. That baby hasn't got a choice. We had to work extremely hard to keep that situation under control, because it wasn't just three guys. It was a young baby, so we had to keep it as calm and as less aggravated as possible, just for the sake of that child.
With the eviction on a knife edge, the police arrive.
Oh, no, sorry, okay. We've got a writ of possession to take over the property today on behalf of the landlord.
It's a newborn baby.
We've explained that. We've explained that to the defendant.
It's a High Court writ of possession.
Defending?
Defendants, yes, that's
Well,
correct.
What's your first name, Squire?
My name's Martin.
Martin, it's just a technical term, mate.
So
Don't
what?
keep yourself
You're not
calm.
defending?
You're Katie. So you're the defendant of this address? Yeah?
What is you
You must have been receiving these letters
not a
tonight, yeah?
criminal.
My job here is just to keep the Queen's peace.
Yeah, I'm not
And stop any crime being committed or caused. These lads have got a job to do. And they've got the backing of the court of the land. It's a court order, mate.
With the police now present, Stuart changes tactic and steps outside to let the officers deal with Martin.
The skill of the job is learning to contain the situation and learning when to withdraw. We pass the authority on to the police and let the police deal with the person who was causing the aggro.
You're going to have to leave.
Okay,
I'm
either
gonna
walk
be
out
protest.
with me now, or you'll be arrested.
Listen, I'm so right to have a peaceful
You're
protest.
not helping this situation.
I'm making a brew.
So I'm going to invite you to walk out with me now. And if you
Listen,
don't,
I'm having a brew.
Sure, you're not having a brew.
Finally, with the police's intervention, Martin backs down.
Leave now.
The repossession is completed peacefully.
If I wasn't experienced or I hadn't done this job for a while, I would have been terrified. There's no question about it. But I will meet another Martin the next day, another Martin the day after. It's experience what gets you through.
Next time, in another Can't Pay special.
You push me.
Please. We see the agents overcoming every barrier put in their way
Direct to the companies on a boat in the Mediterranean.
to resolve some of the trickiest cases of their careers.
Who's going to get arrested? Who? Can I get to play games, gentlemen?
Can't Pay Will Take It Away is back for another special next Wednesday at 9. Our home's meant to be our sanctuary, but for some people, it's a living hell. The new series of Nightmare Neighbour Next Door continues tomorrow at 8. And the nightmare for some is on the roads, but Paul Connolly is about to lift the lid on what's been catching all of us drivers unawares. Undercover Car Crash for Cash is next.
Boy,